Hello everyone, this is Prof. Tunnelbuns, and as always, I'm amazing fiance Weaselbility by my side.
Hello everyone.
And welcome to the return of American Truck Simulator Season 2, as it is, as it were. I think we left off Season 1, as we'll now call it, from literally this point on, was like, what, 80, 70, some high number of episodes?
Yes.
That started out with us just playing the game and then evolving into this pseudo podcast.
Road trip simulator.
Yeah, that just like was really cool, and I really like looking at that playlist because the titles of the videos, as we always do, we titled them about stuff we talk about, remind me of just different points in our life. It was a real cool series because for like a year we chronicled essentially an audio diary of our lives, including when we got engaged.
Yeah.
Which we still are at this point.
Oh,
we are
yes,
still
we're still engaged.
We're not married yet. That's the thing I was alluding to.
Oh,
not that
I thought we devolved into dating.
No, but yeah, we're still together. No, that didn't happen. We're still on step 2 of the 3-step process where it's dating, engaged, and married. You know.
Oh, okay.
We're still on step 2 of the process. But there's just a bunch of other stuff we talk about. I really can't remember any off the top of my head. But it's just a real fun series, and we are revamping the channel. I guess that's the way to put it. Weasel and I sat down, and we planned all this stuff. We're doing all these new things that we're going to be talking about. And I really wanted to bring back American Truck Simulator because it was a very special part of our channel. And I feel like kind of at its core, it's kind of a good representation of the kind of content you can get from our channel, where it's just this really chill, laid back, we all hang out sort of thing. You know, that doesn't have to be over the top or about how can I get this car to flip over this ramp or something like that, like many people play this game. So yeah, this should hopefully be a regular part of the channel for I don't know how long.
The foreseeable future.
The foreseeable future. It's come to the point where I don't even remember why we canceled the game, why we canceled this as a series, but that's been lost to time, although I'm sure you could just find out by looking at our videos. But there is one big reason why we wanted to come back to this game, and that's this little square right here. This little square is known as
New Mexico.
New Mexico. Not that I forgot, I wanted Weasel to say something. This little square here is New Mexico. Look, here's us, we're almost there. They're going to be bringing this into the game.
Yes, they have released pictures of Roswell, I believe.
Yes.
And a few other teasers for New Mexico, and it should be coming out soon, which we're really looking forward to.
Fingers crossed, of course. They did let everyone know that it was going to take years to develop all the different states and stuff. So, you know, that's to be expected that it's taking this long. I mean, Euro Truck Simulator, which is extremely successful, is still receiving updates and expansions to this day, alongside American Truck Simulator.
Yeah, so our little America is going to grow to 4 states.
Yes, so exciting to be doing Manifest Destiny.
Reverse Manifest Destiny.
But let's, it's been a while, but let's see if we can get back into the swing of things. I remember liking external contracts because this was real world time and not in-game time.
Yes.
So we could take all the time that we wanted. Let's see. Let's not do it by price. We always like to do it by route length.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. So that might be a little too long for the video we're attempting today.
Ooh, what about construction houses?
I like this. Let's do this one.
Okay.
Yeah, these are worth exactly the same. Yeah. And it's close to where we are. Oh, it doesn't matter. Because there's no way it's going to take us 4 hours to actually do this. It's not even how long we're going to be recording this for. So let's just start. Let's begin that delivery. I'm sure the World of Trucks server is like, what? These guys?
It's been so long.
So, again, if you're not familiar with how we do this series, we play American Truck Simulator and just talk.
Yeah.
We talk about our life. We talk about a current subject. This would have been the perfect game for E3, which happened, you know, at this point, I think a month ago. Oops. Did I do this wrong?
Did you press?
Oh, I gotta turn off my car.
Yeah.
And then. Wait.
Oh no, it's.
I gotta get out of that, right?
I
Turn off
think
car. Sleep? Oh no, I don't need to sleep.
Oh, okay. So we're not tired. Good.
Okay, cool. I thought
that was probably it.
I was gonna restart my day with a nice nap. But I think that's how you do it. You stop your car, then you hit enter or something like that.
Yeah, there's a prompt.
Wow, this is gonna be rough relearning this. Stop.
But it's gonna be so worth it. We really have been talking about this game in real life.
Yes. Just real excited for it.
Ooh, that was a really good turn.
Thank you. I can't remember what we were doing, you and I, but I guess we talk about this stuff all the time. I wish there was ways to convey it to you guys, but it seems real weird to talk about. I don't know. Let's say, for example, something that happened to us recently. We spent an entire period of time off that we had. We managed to both get a week off from work, and we spent most of that playing our newly acquired Nintendo Switches and learning about Breath of the Wild and how amazing of a game it is and all this jazz. And it felt a little weird to talk about that while doing something like Uncharted or even The Sims sometimes, which I think our idea when we replaced American Truck Simulator with The Sims was that it was still this open-ended game. I feel like this is new.
It feels more dynamic.
There's trains. Yeah, what's going on in the oopsies?
Oh, well.
What's going on in American Truck Simulator? Well, why are we looking like this now?
It's looking good.
Not in a bad way. As Weasel said, it looks more dynamic and alive. I mean, I just saw a train. Whoa.
Never seen one of those before.
I know. Living here in the state of Texas, you never see trains. Back off. Yeah.
Road brother.
There's, and I don't want to do a true podcast where we just sit down and talk about whatever. That's not as interesting to me. But playing American Truck Simulator while talking about whatever, that is the perfect balance.
Yeah.
Of stuff.
It's a good mix of I feel like it's a good representation of our channel. Video games and whatever talking.
Right. And as far as I know, no one else really does this.
Yeah.
So that's why I like it. And it's real cool because we, stream our recordings, or we record and live stream at the same time. So it's a real good way for us to talk with people in the chat. But anyways, enough meta talking about this game. Love, what have you been up to? Now, I should also say that it's been 2 weeks since we streamed. I think Twitch said the last time we streamed was on the 29th of June, and it is currently the 17th of July?
Yeah, it's the 17th of July.
These past 2 weeks, I think it's safe to say, have been... I know what these are. I think it's safe to say these past 2 weeks have been some of the busiest of almost our entire lives.
Yeah, there has been a strange amount of things that we've needed to do, or I guess time that's being taken up. And so there was a lot of travel that happened, which is sometimes nice, but it's hard to make videos when you're away from the computer so much, because we don't have a laptop to record games and stuff. Everything's done.
Right, and we traveled back to our hometown for Father's Day. And we don't really stay in a room together when we do stuff like that.
But we spend time with our respective families. Right,
because we spend every other day of the year with each other. That these, we out of the whole year, maybe a month total do we spend with our family. So we feel that when we do go see our families, that it should be time with just them. Also, it's expensive because we'd have to get a hotel, which are $100, $200 a night.
Yeah, and then we take AG, which is another thing.
Yeah, so we just stay with each other's respective families. So it's kind of hard to meet up and be all right, let's, record Uncharted. I brought my PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Am I in the right place?
Yes, you just have to get
there somehow.
Yeah. Oh, I thought maybe you could go around and then...
I was just going to try reversing here because you know how good I am at that.
Oh, okay. So there was some travel. We had a week off together, and we really did spend that like 5 hours playing Breath of the Wild. I wake up, eat something, play Breath of the Wild for 5 hours, eat something, go back to playing Breath of the Wild.
Right. Now, all of that was happening. I don't want it. I just realized I don't want it to sound like we were playing Breath of the Wild instead of streaming. That was going on during the Summer of One-Offs.
That was going on during the Summer of One-Offs.
Which is a series where Weasel and I play a bunch of games that we've never played before for the channel. And that is all content that we pre-record. So it was time off. Like from everything.
Mm-hmm.
So we weren't like, should we stream or should we keep playing this amazing game? Now, granted, the real answer to that is we should keep playing this amazing game, but I don't have to feel guilty about it because we didn't have any prior responsibilities.
Yeah. And then there were a lot of things going on with our work, or I guess I'll talk about me, so my work, which I won't get into, but I would get home and I'd be so tired and I'd be like, Prof, I need to choose nap right now.
I mean, all you really need to say is that you work in accounting, which is numbers, and like not just like regular numbers that keep a business running or pay people.
Yeah, these aren't like just like, oh, like Johnny has 2 apples and Susie wants 11 apples. How many does she have to buy or whatever? No, these are like...
Yeah, these are like Johnny needs 5 apples or Johnny doesn't get to pay rent. Because we live in an apple-based economy. I'm not sure, like, Texas is so large, that I don't know if a lot of people know how things operate here, but we're in an apple-based economy.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Prof? Is there anything you want to mention?
Oh boy. Okay, so you mentioned about work and getting home so tired that you can't move. Well, I say this a million times. I feel like almost at least once per every video we manage to record. But I work at a children's museum, right, which is a business that's recreational, touristy, if you will, right?
We have a comment here from It's Warlord. Hello. Do you remember when Prof Tumblebun streamed almost every day? Pepperidge Farm remembers. We are gonna do our darndest.
No, we're not gonna say try.
We're gonna do our darndest.
We're going to.
Yes.
That's just the fact of the matter. We're going to, because I miss it, and I got frustrated that we weren't, and we had this like cool new schedule of stuff we were going to do, and new like series and podcasts and videos, and then working 8 hours a day every single day around screaming, whining children happened.
Yeah.
Which is what I was just about to get into, that the busiest point of the year just happened, and it was so crazy. We run summer camps at this museum that I work at, and it's like a huge source of income because we're a nonprofit. And we live in like where our museum is, the city that it's in does not fund it.
Mm-hmm.
And so many people that come and visit us never realize that. We do not get any funding from the city that we're in. They gave us a check for $2,000 or something like that last year, and that doesn't even cover the price of building one of our exhibits. So we have to supplement a lot of our own income, and a big way is with these summer camps where, I kid you not, one day of this summer camp costs like $45.
Mm-hmm.
Which sounds like a lot of money, but it's actually cheaper than a parent to drop their kid off at daycare.
Yeah.
Because daycare is so like gosh darn expensive. Now get that and multiply it by the 30 plus kids we were having every single day. And there is a law that we have to follow where for every 5 kids, 1 paid adult has to be in the room.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended up getting so many kids during these camps that we had to borrow some of the front desk staff, train them, and then have them work in these camps.
Yeah.
And I have been, it's almost going to be a year now. I hold a manager position at this museum. I've been working there for almost 4 years now. And essentially they were like, hey, Prof, you know this, how we gave you this really cool promotion that's been like kind of not a like huge stressor on your life for the past almost year, yeah, you're gonna have to cover all of these shifts that are no longer covered because we had to pull staff to help with the camps. So I was doing these like 8-hour work weeks. I would get up at 8 in the morning, and then not come back home until 5:30 just to do it all over again.
Yeah, I mean, you're basically full time for like a couple weeks.
I was my paycheck that I got during that time was under full time by 1 hour. If I had just worked one more hour, I would have been counted as a full-time employee. And I know that the museum knew that because there's no way I was just by chance under an hour. Most businesses will do that. They'll schedule you as close as they can possibly get without actually having you full-time, so they don't have to give you any benefits. That's a real thing that happens. That's not like conspiracy theorists. That's a real thing that happens.
That is a true thing.
Granted, I also work at a nonprofit, so it's kind of a different story, but that's how most places do it. But anyways, yeah, I came home too tired to do anything. I mean,
you would eat and then fall asleep on the sofa till bedtime.
Yeah, and there was like a time where my allergies were like super bad. Oh, look, one of our drivers leveled up. Where my allergies were super bad, and I would take like this medicine that would knock me out. That's how I would feel. The same, like the way that this medicine would knock me out, that's how I would feel when I get home. Weasel and I would be like, oh boy, we're super excited to see this, because you know how like we don't stream on Tuesdays? Well, now we don't stream every day, but we normally don't stream on Tuesdays, so that we can watch all of our TV shows, like Face Off on Sci-Fi. Weasel and I would be like super excited to see it, the show would start, and boom, I was like already out.
Yeah, I'd have to wake up Prof whenever something exciting would happen.
Or when they were doing the judging at the end, and you have to explain to me what happened. I mean, when we got our Switches, when I had like that week off, we got our Nintendo Switches, and then the week after that, I really didn't have a lot of time to play, because I would just fall asleep.
Yeah.
And have to get ready for work the next day. I mean, we barely had enough time to like listen to or like watch the YouTube videos we like or the podcasts that we like. It was insane. Like I can't believe that we're like almost the end of July.
I know.
You know, we're already past the halfway point. It's almost the end of July and it's going to be August. This summer just went by so fast and it just got so crazy. And yeah, so essentially things are finally calming down at the museum. Instead of me working these 8-hour shifts I don't want to say almost every single day, because it was every single day. I am now, having my original schedule where I work every other day. Am I going too fast?
No, you're going to be making a right turn soon.
No. What's up?
This exit.
Oh, yeah. I think it was going to push me there anyways.
Oh, okay.
I know it's been a long time, but... Oh, no, I'm stuck. Come on, you can make it. Okay, cool. Yes. So hopefully Pepperidge Farm will no longer just have to remember, but Pepperidge Farm will also get to experience. I mean, we had to shake ourselves up from a very nice nap because we were like, we promised we were going to stream today. And so we did.
Yeah, and now we're here.
Which... Do we need gas? No, because
we're okay.
we drive this super awesome vehicle. Seriously, American Truck Simulator looks better than I remember. Cameron? I don't know. You're right. There must have been some graphical overhaul. I mean, I'm pretty sure they've been updating the game since the year that we have played it. But it does feel new, shiny, polished.
It makes me wonder if, like, with the New Mexico update that's coming out, like, if they, like, fixed up little things and then they're like, oh, we can just do this on the rest of the states.
Yeah, it's really nice. I do remember, I think the last time we played, they had made the game more realistic or something like that. Like, they had changed the scale on the roads to where it was, like, it used to be, like, a 2-to-1 thing, but now it was like a 1.5-to-1 thing or something. So a trip that used to take 18 hours in game would now take 21 hours. Like this route used to be shorter. I'm also, honestly, I'm having an easier time driving than I remember. I remember the last time we would play, I would be pushing down on the gas and still not accelerating. So I don't know if the physics improved or something, but I'm also noticing that. So that's nice.
What's that? Oh, no, that was just a loud vehicle.
Yeah, there was it 2 days ago?
2 days ago.
Really, really horrible thunderstorms, and Weasel and I, we each own a Nintendo Switch. We're very fortunate enough to have gotten our hands, both of us gotten our hands on one, and we were really excited because, 3 days, 2 days ago, because we're Monday.
Oh, yes, we are Monday.
2 days ago, Splatoon 2 was doing their global for free Splatfest. It was only going to go on for 4 hours, so if you don't know what the Splatfest is, let's just say it's super awesome, it's super fun, and you play it online.
Yeah, it's a online Splatoon challenge.
Yes. And Splatoon is traditionally online. It's technically a multiplayer shooter, but you shoot ink and you cover the floor with ink. It's really cool.
It's family friendly.
Yeah, until you get into the backstory of it, and then it gets a little weird. But anyways, Weasel and I were super pumped because we downloaded the demo. That's technically what it was. We downloaded the free demo to play this. We would sometimes just launch the demo to look at it and get really excited. And then Splatfest started. We would get into lobbies that wouldn't fill up.
Oh, we have a comment here. What game did we remove?
Oh, The Sims.
Yeah, we removed The Sims.
Yeah, normally we'd play The Sims on Monday, but we took it off because we just didn't know what else to do with that game.
Yeah, and we're having more fun with this one. So
yes, and we had originally wanted to buy the add-on packs for it, but we forgot how expensive EA makes their online packs, their DLC and stuff. So we were like, let's just put this on the back burner again.
Yeah, and we're not saying we're never play it again, but for right now, it's not on the schedule.
Yeah.
So we were trying to do Splatfest, and
the lobbies weren't filling up. That's just how it is.
Yeah, so you play in teams of 4, and so we would get one team, which included us, and the other team would never fill up.
Yeah.
And then you would get booted.
Yeah, because it'd be like, oh, sorry, the lobby didn't fill up. And I was, constantly refreshing Twitter to see if anyone else was having this problem. What's our comment?
ELC makes their DLCs... EA makes their DLCs expensive. Sorry, there are so many letters in
Yeah, I remember the Get to Work pack was $30 or $40. And the thing is, the base game, The Sims, is already $60-$70. That's why we always play on a Weasel's account. When we had first started streaming forever ago, we would stream off of your computer because it was so expensive we couldn't afford to buy another copy for my computer.
Yeah.
Eventually we just downloaded your account or registered your account onto this computer, and that's how we were playing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just insane. Great job, EA.
Its Warlord says, cough, cough, spore pack that costed more than the game, cough, cough. So apparently there's a spore pack that costed more than the spore game.
That's as bad as horse armor. Yeah, but our internet cut out 30 minutes into the Splatfest because the thunderstorm, lightning shot out, knocked down a pole, and our entire county did not have internet.
Yeah.
For, I want to say, 8 hours.
Yeah.
We woke up the next day, and it was barely turning back on for some people.
Yeah.
And it had been out for so long that I had to restart my router because it just glitched out from the internet not working. Which had me really worried because that was yesterday, and I was like, no. We have things to do. This has to start working again.
Yeah, it was, the fact that there are still crazy things going on today is crazy.
I mean, there's a thunderstorm happening like 10 miles from where we live. There's Dallas, like the city of Dallas and the city of Austin are like underwater. And then I know all the way up north, my family who lives in Chicago, actually I haven't told you about this, but one of my uncles is filling out some insurance forms because their basement flooded.
Oh, really?
And there's actually a lot of people, like, I follow one of my, or not follow, but I'm friends with one of my uncles on Facebook, and, you know, of course, he's friends with a lot of people in the area, and there's a lot of people sharing, like, oh, this is what to do when you have water damage. This is how to properly fix a wall with water damage. This is how to prevent this from happening again. Like, there's a whole bunch of resources being shared with the communities up there on how to deal with this, because some people just lost their houses.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I know that if something happens to the basement, the whole foundation of the house can be messed up for like a long time.
Yeah. So crazy stuff happening over there. Weather, woo. But yeah, we got our internet working.
Yes.
A+ on that. I can't think of anything else. Yeah, the weather has just been like really crazy lately. Here in Texas, it's been a lot more. There's been a lot more thunderstorms than I remember in the past. Even like in our hometown was lucky to get like out of the entire year 7 days of rain, and our hometown has been getting, in some cases, worse flooding than we have in an area where it traditionally just rains all the time.
Yeah.
So
I also know that like the heat index has been like rising and stuff, so
when we went back home for Father's Day, the temperature was 98 degrees, but the heat index brought it all the way up to 107 degrees.
yeah.
And that has regularly been happening here where we live, where it goes all the way up to like 105.
Yeah, I was talking with my office mate today, and they recently bought a new home, and the garage, just the garage, gets up to 120 degrees because it doesn't have any AC.
No, thank you.
Yeah, and
No,
I
thank
was
you.
like, why do you go into that room?
See, that's why I don't want to have a garage. My dream house used to have a garage in it because when my family used to live in San Antonio, we had a garage in our house, and it was like the workshop space, because nobody in the United States uses their garage for its intended purpose, which is to store your car.
Yeah.
Everyone just uses it as like a second storage. I've heard of some people use it as like another bedroom or a room to rent. That happens a lot in this area.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if that actually complies with our like local laws here.
Yeah, my godmother, she will put out those kiddie pools for her grandkids.
So nobody uses their garage for its intended purpose, and we would use it as a workshop area, like to put together. I say workshop, and I don't mean like we did really cool stuff. I mean like as a space to put together IKEA furniture, and also crush cans and get recyclables ready to sell or whatever. But anyways, I had always wanted a garage because of that.
Yeah.
No.
I really like a carport, which is just like it's like a garage without the like two of the walls.
It's a garage with only a roof.
Yeah, basically. That's what my family has, and we will barbecue under there. We sit if it's cool.
I proposed to you.
You propose to me under.
So
the
carports, good place to propose.
Yep.
You're in the shade. Protects you from the majority of the elements unless there's wind or a tornado or, you know, anything in those extreme categories. Earthquakes. Those great Texas earthquakes. Volcano strikes. You know,
Yeah.
we've been due for one. Yeah, and literally the only reason why I would want a carport instead of just having an open driveway is because of the heat. I'm sure hail is a problem or whatever, but it just gets too gosh darn hot.
Yeah.
Are we almost? Oh yeah. So
yeah, I was about to let you know.
So we were at the end of this episode, and I was trying to fill up some time. Oops, I drove in the other lane. I was trying to fill up some time here because in the next one we're going to talk about some of the new stuff that's coming to the channel.
Yeah.
Including something that has come out today, the same day that this video comes out on the YouTube channel. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here.
Just going to stop on the side of the road.
And we'll see you in the next one. So I want to thank you all for watching. Hope you stick around for the next one. And wherever you are, I hope you have a good night, good morning, or good afternoon.
Bye, everyone.